answers we now seek cannot be found in books. Our individual journeys must now become linked to the looming battle of our world's salvation. The journey will begin at the Island of Dawn, a mysterious new addition to our maps. Long ago, when the Titans, Arun and Shara, fell asleep, they dreamed our world into existence. A world where races have finally come together as one, to forge a new alliance of equals, to turn back the coming tide of destruction, and stand against enemies who would turn their dream into a nightmare. When the island first arose, we arrived as explorers to discover and to understand. We discovered only death. Now, the best and brightest are arriving on the Island of Dawn, and your journey has led you here to help us make our stand. Our enemies thrive on brutality. They will never stop. But here, on the Island of Dawn, we will rise again and turn the darkness back into light.
Hello everybody and welcome to Tera Online Open Beta. I'm just going to quickly set up my settings here. Let's take a look and see what it gave me by default. I'll leave the liquid down a bit. I am only running one of my two GTX 570s right now. I took the computer apart 2 days ago to clean it and was too lazy to put them both back in. So yeah. I'll have to keep the settings probably a little bit lower since this is a Unreal Engine 3 game, I believe. So the graphics will be fairly good for an MMO. I can't wait to actually check it out, and the action combat system looks fairly good from what I've seen so far, so hopefully it will turn out good. I'm going to play through the prologue in this playthrough just to give you an idea of what you can expect at the start of the game and what to expect when you basically first open it up. So right now I'm just going to pick a server. I like to go with a PvP server usually, so I guess we'll do that. Alright, and we're off. Okay, and here we are at the create a character screen. Let's get into that. Loading. Do. Okay, here we go. So we got the humans. There's the female for the humans. The Castanic. Sure. Man, I'll just go through these a little quicker. Papori. This is definitely an Asian or Eastern inspired MMO, as you could say. Monthly High Elves. Looks cool, okay. I think I will play the Papori, since I heard you could make cats in them, and since I have two cats, let's see the humans. Humans look pretty normal. I have no idea what these guys are, like demon elves. Cool. Big evil looking guy. And little bunny people. Okay, I guess we'll go with the Papori. Moving on here, and there's the warrior. Lancer. There's the Slayer. There's the Berserker. The Sorcerer. The Archer. The Priest. And the Mystic. And I guess we'll go with the Warrior just to see what the action is combat is like in a melee. Okay, and I'm going to make it look like my kitty. Okay, so I cut some of that out there because I tried to make it look like my cat Rocky first, and the name Rocky was taken, so I changed my mind and decided to make it look like Rolly. So here's the customization options for the Papori if you're interested in that. Outfits, you can change the patterns on their faces. That one kind of looks like my cat, who's currently sleeping right beside me. What a cutie. And we'll put in Rolly, and there we go, that name is not taken. And I think we're ready to move on. Okay, let's go. Alright, so there's Rolly the Warrior, and we'll be using a keyboard. I find it interesting that you can use a controller in an MMO in this game. That's kinda cool. For people who are console gamers, I have a roommate that absolutely hates playing with a keyboard and mouse, and will only play games on his PC unless if it has allowance for an Xbox 360 controller. Oh, and the collision detection makes it kinda hard to figure out where people are when they haven't loaded yet, and you can't walk through them, so you have to figure out how to walk through these people you can't see. That's a little annoying in heavy populated areas and trying to get to quest carriers, but other than that, it's kind of cool. First game I've seen as an MMO that really had collision detection, so it's interesting to see. Now for the first part of the prologue, you basically just wander around and deliver a bunch of stuff to medics. You press F to talk to them, give them the supplies. The quest chat looks very similar to World of Warcraft, as you can see with the little yellow question marks above your quest returnees, I guess. Wow, had trouble thinking of something there, but okay, moving on. So yeah, I finished that run around in yonder quest. And for the prologue slash introduction tutorial thing, it jumps you up to level 20 to give you a bunch of skills and basically teach you later how to use the skills you're going to get later in the game to, I don't know, actually give you some idea of what the game's going to be like and how to play it when you get that far, because I know some people in MMOs that do fine at the start because it's all fine and simple and hold your hand through it, and starts very slowly in most of them. Then they get to about the mid-game and struggle in group instances, and it starts to annoy the other players, so I guess this helps a little bit with that. Plus, it starts out the game a little less boring once you get into the level 20 combat in the prologue. Now I'm just doing the quest is switch your equipment for equipment that it gives you, and go back to the same guy. Okay, moving on, trying to get out of here, stuck. Oh, using my dodge. Wonder. So yeah, so from what I've seen from this game, it looks pretty interesting with the action combat style. I haven't seen too much. And from what I hear with the range classes, you have to actually aim it as well, so it can be interesting. I don't know, I feel like the bosses are either going to have to be too easy in instances for the players that aren't that good at action combat, or a lot of players are going to get turned off from the game because it's going to be too hard for them. I guess this has a chance of being the first really hardcore gamer MMO, where that requires talent, skill to actually overcome your objectives, as opposed to one person that can tank well, one person that can heal well, and can carry the DPS people through the dungeon or raid. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. You definitely have to dodge though later, as I found out. So right here it's just telling you to press Alt, which took me a while to figure out, and it brings up your mouse since it is an action combat game. So you can look at your skills and see what they actually do. And also move your skills around and access other game menus and stuff like that. But anyway, right now I'm wandering up here, slowly but surely, amongst a few other people. Just gonna jump, 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 and I try to jump up there and apparently it doesn't let you. So away we go. The Vapori jump is so funny. And up here it tells you if you want to go, and I say no because I wasn't really sure that this was an instance thing going on here. It looks very familiar to an instance thing, and then it's like, oh, running through it apparently doesn't work, so there we go. And it teleports me back to loading screens and off to the Island of Dawn to do some combat finally. Oh no. Well, off we go. Swimming, swimming, swimming. And, oh, looks like we have to go up this ladder. Oh, and I screwed that up terribly. Up we go, slowly but surely. Okay, so I'm just gonna skip ahead to the part of the tutorial that has combat, because it's just a bunch of ladder climbing here. Okay, so let's jump directly into some combat here. Now it took me a while to figure out that you can just hold down the mouse button instead of repeatedly clicking it, so yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, but I got really annoyed at the start with just having to click all the time, but then I realized you didn't have to do that, so yeah, the combat looks pretty cool. Definitely a hack and slash type. You have to try and dodge things because they do a decent amount of damage to you, even just normal enemies. And bosses can destroy you. Now this is a prologue, so everything's made a little easier for you. Hacking my way through here. Now when the spacebar button comes up, that's like a timed combo attack that you can have to press before it disappears, and that guy seems to be glitched out. No damage to him. Oh, there he goes. Hacking away. What's up here? Not much, but a bunch of dead people. Interesting. Okay, moving on. Oh, the Vapori run is just so ridiculous how they wobble. And that cute little tail. Oh, weird guys with spinny things on their stomachs. Yeah, it really took me some time to get used to the combo spacebar attacks, because I'm so used to an MMO, sorry, looking at my health, my ability cooldowns, basically just looking at the toolbar the entire time, and not really paying attention to what's going on. Where in here you have to pay attention to what your enemy's doing as opposed to your cooldowns as much, and to your combos, because they help out quite a bit. And you have to make sure also that you dodge your enemy or they're going to deal a ton of damage to you and you're going to die. Kind of like Guild Wars 2 if you've seen any footage from that. This looks very similar to, but Guild Wars 2 looks like it has a little more story to it. I can't really say much on the Guild Wars 2 combat as I haven't actually played it hands-on, so I don't know what it feels like. But I know it's a similar action style. So we're just going to take care of this guy here. And there we go. Okay, and he disappears and the ground shakes. Okay, and there's a bunch more guys over here to go take care of, so I see it's giving you lessons on the abilities that your class has. I'm assuming it would be class specific. If you were playing an archer, it wouldn't tell you those abilities. That would be silly and stupid. But anyway, moving on, we'll just hack our way through these guys here. Take care of this priest who seems to be healing all the enemies. And I'm getting damaged terribly, not doing a good job of avoiding things. Once again, paying attention to my cooldowns and not what I'm actually doing on the screen. Finally take care of him. And we'll take care of this archer here, and I have absolutely no health left. Apparently I did not realize this. And then I finally use a potion. Healing myself up. Okay. Now let's go over here to Elion. See what he's got to say. I'll let you read that if you want to. I'm not one for reading quests. If it's gonna give me a story like Star Wars The Old Republic, then I'll take it. But if I have to read it, then I won't. If I'm gonna read it, I'd rather read a book. I always find quest story so bare and dry to read. Oh, and yep, we all found Elion, hooray. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed my coverage of the Tera Online Open Beta Prologue. Hope it gives you an idea of what you can expect from the game and the combat in the game and the questing in the game. And I'm just going to leave you here with a practice Prologue boss battle. And I will see you guys later.